Hello and welcome to Wandering Nobles, the new DLC for Crusader Kings III. What does Wandering Nobles add? Well, as it's only been a month since the previous DLC, it doesn't have a ton of content. What it has is one key feature. It adds in a new lifestyle path. Now, what were the previous lifestyle paths? We had diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, and learning. This has added in a new path, and that new path is Wanderer, which is a little bit interesting because there was already a trait that basically covered that, and there was also the previous DLC that came out a month ago that was all about landless adventurers who would wander around the land. Kinda seems like this DLC maybe should have been in the previous DLC. But hey, we'll find out. Maybe it's got a little bit more to it. Maybe there's a little bit more content to have a look at. Now, you may be wondering who we're going to be playing as and why the map looks so weird. This is because we are going to be carrying on a previous campaign's world state. So in our previous campaign, at the end of each character's death, we were switching character, and this is the world state that we had ended up with. We're going to be continuing with that world, and we're going to be continuing with a new character. And I don't know who that character is yet, so let us find out who we're playing as, and find out who we're going to be exploring the new Wanderer content with. Random character. Count Frige II of Kutajoki. Fantastic. This is our new character. Let's get started. So, first and foremost, what is this character doing? We're apparently in 3 wars, which is an absolutely horrible place to be. Oh, yes, also I should note that on the outliner we have the previous characters played as in the last campaign, or at least their successors if they are no longer alive, which they're not. So that's who we have in there. But we don't really need to worry about that. But yeah, we're in 3 wars, except we're not really in any of these wars, because our liege is actually in one of them. So our liege is attacking somebody for Prince Othvar's claim on the Empire of Scandinavia. Okay, and then Scandinavia, they are in a war. They're defending against the Liberty War, and they're defending against a peasants' populist uprising. Okay, so lots of wars, but nothing we really need to be worrying about. We're apparently trying to sway this person, who is my Godi. I don't really think I need to sway you unless you're not paying me money that you should be paying me. You're paying me 0 out of a possible 0. Fantastic. Let's stop that right away then. Right. And let's have a little look at the new lifestyle. So, we have all of the ones that we knew before, and then you have Wanderer. Now, one of the things which is interesting about Wanderer is that actually, unlike the other ones, you cannot get a bonus to it because of your education. Because there is no Wanderer education. Which is interesting because it means this is likely going to be slower. However, I have heard there are other ways to speed this one up. So, focus on traveling to the corners of the world, seeing great sights that others can only dream of, and surviving to tell the tale. Also, what perks do we already have? Wards can gain additional skills. Open-minded gives us some bonuses with different cultures, and we can learn more languages, and then cultural fascination progress, which doesn't matter because we're not the leader of our culture, I assume. Confirmation on that. We are the leader of our culture. Well, that is worrying for our culture as we're a single count, but anyway, Wanderer. So what activities does it unlock? It unlocks Inspection, an activity where the liege travels to a county in the realm to oversee the local magnates and nobles. They have opportunities in one of the following focus areas: claims and offer vassalization acceptance, taxes, development and control, levies opinion and popular opinion. Hike. Set out on a solitary expedition to take a break from the pressure of courtly existence. If this hike costs huge amounts of money, I'm going to be very confused because this sounds like potentially the cheapest activity you could do. And in Monument Expedition, an activity where a character chooses to travel to a famous monument or landmark to improve themselves by delving into its history, knowledge and mysteries. You can get a bunch of skill points, excellent aptitude court positions, and prestige. Okay. Wanderer. So there are 3 things that we could take here. We can take Internal affairs focus, which gives you control growth, stewardship, and intrigue. So that's actually interesting. So this is suggesting that you can wander your own lands in order to gain a benefit, which I'm assuming is what it's meaning by inspector here. Okay, that's kind of intriguing. Journey focus. Every travel location you go to, which is just a place you end up, lowers your stress by -2. Okay, and you also get 2 diplomacy. Or destination focus. There is a world out there waiting to be seen. Point of interest prestige. You get 50 prestige per point of interest. Okay. Well, let's just have a brief look at these. Traveling through your domain holdings improves the effectiveness of your station men-at-arms. So you'd want to do on constant journeys to basically do a cycle of your station men-at-arms. Do we have any men-at-arms currently? We have 3. Okay. Which is not an ideal number with the amount of land that we have, because I bet if I station them... Yeah, we only have 1 place to station them. Why is 3 not very good? Well, 2 of them are the same type of men-at-arms, so if I had 1 of those, which was size 2, they could both be on the same thing, both be getting the bonuses, but because I have 2 of them, it's just a little bit, like, awkward. You can't really do the same thing, because you can only have 1 of them stationed. Now, we could disband and increase the size, but that means we're going to have to pay 50 to increase the size, which, again, is not ideal, so... Anyway, that aside, what else have we got here? Know your land, know your people. So, you get opinion bonus. Same realm, marriage acceptance for self goes up, and close family goes up. And tutoring trip travel option. So you can go on a trip which will allow your heir to be brought along with you. Who is our heir, by the way? Our heir is Anna. Alright. And we are in a patrilineal marriage. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. No stone unturned. Gain development and control in owned counties when hosting activities in them. That sounds fantastic. If you're going to constantly do activities, that could definitely benefit you a lot. Gain the Traveler trait. So if you don't already have the Traveler trait, you can gain it via this. Gain Traveler Seasoned Trait Experience when you arrive at your destination. So you can get the Seasoned points by arriving at places. Okay. So that gives you another way to get Seasoned Traveler without actually having to do the things that get you Seasoned Traveler. Cool. Inspection just increases your taxes and you gain access to the inspection activity. Cool. Intimidated vassal tax goes up. That's if you're dreaded, you get intimidated vassals. Unlocks local arbitration decision. We can improve a county in our current location. A lot of these sound really useful if you only have 1 piece of land, because you can constantly buff that piece of land. Like, you can use inspection to buff it via the... you can use... Where is it? Yeah, so you can use this to increase development by hosting activities. So you host an activity, you can host the inspection here. You can host the local arbitration here, which then lets you get even more bonuses. You could do a feast, which would then get you even more bonuses. You can do a hunt, which gets you more bonuses. I can see how this is going to work. Same realm scheme secrecy, up a huge amount. Unlocks the create travel itinerary decision. Okay. Let's character trade gold for an artifact by commissioning a travel itinerary describing places they have visited. Okay. That's kind of cool. Increases your domain limit here. Holding inspection activity will also apply the effects of a local arbitration to that county. No stone unturned effects plus 50%. Okay. So this just makes... that applies this and does this. But even better. Fantastic. And then inspector. So stewardship, long range bonus, development growth, travel, safety. This seems incredible. This seems great. What about Wayfarer? So Wayfarer, you get travel safety as supply duration, decreased travel option cost. Okay. Different faith and culture bonuses, plus fame is increased by 10 for every holding you visit. Your children have a chance to gain prowess and the traveler trait. This allows you to spread your legends faster. You may gain fame from travel and hike events. Okay, so a way to gain fame through traveling. Promote cultural acceptance increases the popular opinion of any realm county you travel to. That's actually really cool. There aren't very many ways to make it more likely that your culture can spread. This is a huge way to spread culture. Increases the popular opinion of any realm county you travel to. Okay. Travel companion opinion up and travel caravan master aptitude up. Cool. Diplomacy per level of fame, that +1. Adds the mellow journey travel option. Slow, but you gain less stress while you're there. And when it ends, you gain fame for every visited holding. Okay, and then appeasement. Lowers your dread, but lowers your tyranny as well. Alright. So you do a little travel around the place to make people like you. Unlocks the long hike option. Okay, it spends more time traveling, gains more opportunities. Stress loss increased by +50% while you're traveling. So you can lose more stress by hiking. Then you get diplomacy, prowess per level of fame, stress loss per level of fame. So this seems really, really good for like burning off some negatives. Like, you can, where are we? I'm trying to find the one I was looking at here. Wait, where was it? Local hero? Oh, it was the appeasement. Yeah, so you can burn off tyranny, you can burn off stress, you can gain a few bits of diplomacy, which make people like you. Like, a lot of this stuff seems to be about, like, you go on this traveling adventure, you make people like you, increase your fame, which also in turn makes people like you. This seems like a really good one where you've done some expansion and you want to be a little bit slower for a while and a little bit more calm. And then we have Voyager. So, power at home. Swing the scales of power has increased efficiency and diarchs are more loyal when you're traveling. Okay, makes it easier for you to do longer journeys without coming back and finding that your land has a regency you can't get rid of. Increases your diplomatic range and makes activities cost less. Increases the amount of things that you can go to because your diplomatic range is higher. Mercenary higher cost down. Unlocks the private army travel option. It gives you travel speed and travel safety. Okay. I guess this is just a cheaper version of like the mercenary guards. Yeah. Finally there. Point of interest sight or stress loss and interest prestige +10. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Just you get a very minor bonus for going to points of interest. Journey. This gives you access to the monument one, and you can learn languages quicker. Your capital will gain development if you travel to a more developed destination. Ooh, so another way to gain development via traveling. So there are a lot of these actually so far. Gracious host, impeccable guest. So gain opinion with anyone traveling to your capital, gain opinion when visiting someone's capital, or aptitude increased by 3 per known language. Been there, done that. Can learn 1 additional language without any penalties. Point of interest rewards up 30%. And then Voyager. It's stewardship, prestige, diplomatic range, and travel speed. I'm not as much of a fan of Voyager. I can kind of see there's like some mercenary higher cost stuff in here. There's some learn language stuff, but nothing is insane. Although I guess actually maybe the 30% bonus on point of interest are pretty good. Not sure. They seem pretty good. Right, so what do we want to do now we've had a look at this? Well, I want to grab the... Looking at our stats here, probably just grab Stewardship Intrigue. And then go down Inspector. I think this makes the most sense. Getting No Stone Unturned is incredible. Being able to host activities in our own county and get development. That is an incredible bonus. Although currently we are tribal, right? No, we're not. Wait a second. Are we... Or feudal. Oh, fantastic. Usually you're tribal if you're over here. Well, that's even better. Yeah, so development actually matters a huge amount to us, because we get levies and taxes from development. The reason why I was saying that I thought if we were tribal, it wouldn't matter, because if I find somebody who is tribal, is there someone over here who's tribal? Yeah. You see that development only increases your supply limit. It doesn't actually do anything else. So, that's actually quite nice. Cool. What else do we need to do? How's our wife? Wife is 25 and she is slow, but other than that is fine. Our daughter is slow and comely. That's also fine. Negotiate alliance with our cousin. So Akel shares our blood, so he's next door. What are our claims on? Boland, Moore, Skolt, and Kita. There's Kita, there's Skolt. Oh, just trying to zoom out so I can see these. Alright, so they've got some Moor and Oland down here, and they're in what is currently France. Yeah, France is a little expanded, based to, like, or because of some weird succession, let's just put it that way. Right, so we don't currently have a claim on our cousin's land. He's got 300 troops. He's allied to Kita, though. I do want to take Kita's land, but us being allied to him doesn't stop that. And they would be allied anyway, so yeah, let's negotiate this alliance. That seems fine. We have a ton of wars that we can declare on pretty much everybody. That's good, and we're in line to inherit titles. We're 4th in line to the Empire of Scandinavia, 4th in line to Norway, and 4th in line for Brandhammer. Why are we 4th in line to Scandinavia? Who currently holds Scandinavia? My uncle currently holds Scandinavia. So if his children die, are we... Like, who was our parent? Our parent was Drukamot. Assuming that's his brother? No? My cousin and liege here. Right, so that's our liege right there, who is also our cousin. Okay. Let's just have a look here. So why am I... Or actually, it might be Scandinavian elective. So we're 4th in line because someone's voting for us. Oh, okay. Who's voting for us? We're being voted for by these 3 people. Okay. Well, I'm going to cast my vote for myself as well. That puts us up to 2nd. So we're 2nd in line to Scandinavia. Well, that's a very convenient thing here. Why do you prefer other people over me? You don't like me because I'm a foreigner. Ah, well, that's pretty much going to kill it. There, I think. Who has the big votes? Like, who's voting for you? Prince Bodvar, who is about to be in charge of Scandinavia. Interestingly, if this war that we're in succeeds. Okay. Bodvar. Well, you've got 15 votes, and you're not voting for me because you really like the other person. Actually, there's no reason why you don't want to vote for us. You just really like this person because he's in a prestigious dynasty. Okay. So if we could raise our dynasty's profile a little bit, then we'd be alright. Who's head of our dynasty? I'm assuming head of our dynasty is Queen Guillaumet of France. As I said, there was some weird succession going on. Let's not worry about it too much. Right. Is there any land that we can actually take over? So all of this is Scandinavia. I just want to see if there's anything I want to eye up. Like, could we take Vienna here? You have 3,000 troops, and you're allied to somebody else. There's another 1.5. We only have 7,000 troops. Sorry, we only have 700 troops, so that's not really going to work. Maybe we could go for Bodvar, but Bodvar is, of course, the person who I think is there's currently a war for to put in charge of Scandinavia. So attacking him would be a very bold move. It's also allied to somebody who has 200 troops, but we do have more than he has. So he's in this war as well. We're not allowed to declare war on him because we don't have a casus belli. So what are our casus bellis? I assumed it was conquest, but let's just choose somebody. It is conquest. I guess we just don't have a casus belli because, I don't know. I guess we just currently don't have a casus belli. How about Terre? They're not actually involved in anything, right? They got 600 troops. They're allied to East Guilt. Ah, no, so they actually have 1.6. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing we can do currently. That's good. Right, that's fine. I guess we can, if we have this, we can probably declare war on anyone who has coastal holdings. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's probably where most of these wars are, right? Yeah. You can conquer the coastal holdings. Okay, so I don't really want to declare war on any of these ones. Is there anyone else? Novgorod? They only have 600 troops. Where is Novgorod? Okay, there they are. Said they were a kingdom, so I was zooming out to see. You're currently defending against a holy war, the High Chiefdom of Novgorod. Yeah, so they're about to have all their land taken over by East Francia, so that's not really going to work for us. Who else have we got here? Skolt. Skolt only has 200 troops. Where is Skolt? Skolt is up there. Who are your allies? You're allied to Yamatland. There's 151. And you're allied to Scully Snorrison, who has another 1,000 troops. Well, unfortunately, those 1,000 troops are what's going to stop us. Unless we think we can siege this quicker, which I don't think we can, because it's actually a castle. It's not a tribe. So yeah, it's going to basically do that. And then we have Kita, who we've already looked at. Or Kitka. That's fine. Determined personal deity. I might as well, unless we already have a buff. What's our buff already? Devotee of Odin. That's fine, we can be a devotee of Odin. That works for me. Nothing else here. Let's make sure that our council is as good as it can be. We got 14 learning. Are you my best person here? You look like it. Chancellor. Can improve upon. Do we have any powerful vassals? Easiest way to that I found to check is just look at your succession. This is our only powerful vassal. He is currently a marshal and he's good at marshal. Okay, well let's put in a new chancellor. That's going to be Polly. And he's going to switch to... I guess this is fine. Foreign affairs. Steward is already on the best person, or equal best. You're going to collect taxes. That's okay. Marshal is on the equal best and you're a powerful vassal. Spy master. We can maybe get someone who likes us a little bit more, but we're not really looking at anything good here. We have a half-sister who's already married, and another half-sister who is already married. No alliances from either. We have a daughter who we could potentially marry off. We do want her to be our ward, actually, interestingly. Usually we wouldn't, but we want her to be our ward because we got pedagogy. So that's then going to mean that she gets extra skills. Anything in here? We're almost ready to move on. Personal physician, we could upgrade to you. Do I lose prestige for this? Yes, I'd lose 200. Not that interested in it currently. Caravan master, we need a tutor because that'll make our daughter better. Well, let's go for our half-sister. Anything else that we're looking for here? We could do it for wet nurse, but that doesn't really matter. Right. Let's unpause the game, I guess. Oh, also disease. No disease here. Wonderful. Right, let's unpause the game. Formed our alliance. Let's wait for an opportunity. I gained a nemesis. You and Mistress Sigrid are engaged in a brutal feud between our houses. Okay. There's a feud between the Coppings and us. Oh. I can train for a tournament? Sure, I'll train for a tournament. Why not? And then you turn to the right, Mir. Eroda yells while dealing a powerful blow to my sword that makes me take a couple of steps back. They won't go gentle on you in the tourney, my lad, he says, drying the sweat from his forehead. If you want to win, you can't afford to lose, not even to me, not even once. Chance we become wounded, but chance we gain some prowess. We became wounded? That's not good. Now, does that not mean that there should be a tournament I can join? Ooh. Also, we can see all the new activities here. There are no tournaments I can join. Alright, interesting. Is there a cheap activity I can do? At least the monument one's only 10, if we could get there. Inspection's 50. How much is a hike? Hike is 25, so that's more expensive than the monument, weirdly. Okay. There's no activities we can really go on with our current amount of cash. I guess we could go on a hunt with our current amount of cash, but... yeah, we're not really in a good spot there. Hey, our wound got treated. Council invitation. You'd like me to be your chancellor. You must not have a lot of options. Yep, your council is pretty bad. Well, at least we get prestige per month for doing this. That's cool, I guess. I probably don't need it to tell me about pilgrimages. Tell me if I can do any of the special ones. That seems like a good idea. Yeah, I know we haven't unlocked them yet, but it might as well tell us if we can do them. And tell us, well, no, it'll tell us if we can join a grand activity or a grand tournament anyway. That's fine. Who else are we at war with? The Jarlamdian Veruman Vassalization War. So we're a secondary in this war as well, I think. Yeah, so we're So that's Bajar Milan versus this person. Yeah, so we're definitely a secondary in that war. Are we allowed to raid? I'm assuming we're allowed to raid. I'm just trying to see if there's any proof. And you know what the easiest way to find out if we're allowed to raid is? Let's drop a rally point. See if it lets us raise local raiders. Hey, does it say there's already a rally point there? Am I missing it? I don't see a rally. Oh, I do. Actually, it's hiding underneath here. Look at that. There is a rally point. It's just hiding behind there. I'll raise local raiders. It's fine. So we got 700. We can go raid somewhere. Need a new court chaplain. Well, that can be the person who was second best previously. Yeah, and you can just do religious relations. Let's go earn ourselves some money. How about we attack these guys? There's only 600 of them. They don't have very many men at arms. Yeah. And... oh, it's already been raided. That's why we shouldn't raid them. How about East Killit? You appear to be independent, although you've got 1,000 troops. Okay. We're in the war with them, so we probably can't raid them, right? No holding here. So we can get 7 from here. Let's head down there and see if we're allowed to raid. We might be hostile. I guess we're probably hostile to them. Maybe go to Novgorod. There's probably some good bits to raid in here, because they're currently busy with their war. Yeah, let's see if we can grab a little bit of cash. Just have a little look. Cousin was taken prisoner. Marcus was taken prisoner. Yeah, he's our cousin. Okay. Dreams of distant lands. Perusing my books, I find a travel journal from a merchant traveling through Asia. As we walked through a desert, I suddenly caught the sight of a cluster of oryx grazing quietly in the distance. They had a slender body, straight horns, and pale fur. I simply observed them for a minute. They were unlike anything I had ever seen before. It wasn't until later that I learned their name. One day I will witness them myself. You may gain extra wanderer lifestyle experience or stress loss if you travel through the Middle East. Okay, specifically it's talking about that region right here, which is going to be very difficult to get to. But, hey, we may gain extra experience if we travel through there. Possibly. Okay. I like the implication of may is like, or you may not. And that's like, okay, that's fine. I'm second in line for Scandinavia. Fantastic. What comes around? I let out a sigh of relief, putting my writing materials aside, I let my eyes wander the length of my small, much-thumbed journal, a collection of scribbles that rarely leaves my side. Rearing my head, I see that morning sunlight has given way to sunset. Just how long have I been belaboring my verbiage? Then I noticed my daughter Anna looking upon me, intrigued. Okay, it may have a lasting impact. What goes around? There has been an influx of hand-scribbled notes strewn about my court recently. The source? My daughter Anna, hunched over in an empty chamber, scribbling to her heart's content. I consider my own writing habit, my journal rich with reflections. Perhaps I've shared a worthwhile practice. There's a chance she becomes a journaler. She has become one, and we're also a journaler. We're a reclusive journaler currently, who's now decided that they want to travel. Okay. Sounds like we would really like to have a blog if we were in modern times. Although I say blog like it's modern when it's at least 10 years out of date, but or like, you know, out of date that somebody would have one. Another cousin has been imprisoned. That's great. The more cousins that get imprisoned, the more chance there is that... Alright. Well, we weren't hostile to them a second ago, but I guess I should have seen that coming. Life and colour. What a delightful day it is. The wind is refreshing, the sun is warm, insects chirp happily in the undergrowth. Everything seems bright and vivid, and it's all because of that abhorrent Sigrid is finally blessedly dead. You seem very happy that Sigrid is dead. Ah, right, yes. I can't contain my grin as a train of her friends and family file past me on their way to say their last goodbyes. The scowls I get in return from the bereaved only make my smile wider. I turn to depart, and a young beggar's eyes go as wide as my smirk as I cheerily flip him a coin of such value his entire family will eat well for weeks. Well, it's time to move on. Oh, it was nice when we had an army. Okay, so we no longer have an army. We have to wait for that to reinforce before we can try again. Do I want to win this feud? Wait, do I win it, or is it... Oh, we would gain weak family. No, never mind. I will feud against the next captain. Wonderful. How many members of your family are left? 18? Like, what's the chances of killing you? Not very high? Alright, well, I will stare at you, and hopefully then you will just randomly die at some point. The easings of tensions, if that is possible, between myself and Captain Class seem to confirm that he has abandoned his vendetta against House Sigurd or Namo. It is hard to believe, but I would be glad to be freed of the worries regarding a copping threat. We can end the feud, or why do I waste my time with this nonsense? No, we're not going to end the feud. We're just told that would be a bad thing. Okay. There's so many wars that are just happening around us. It's crazy. Anyway, what we really need to do is just find a source of income, which I thought was going to be raiding. There really isn't any good targets currently. Got same faith clergy opinion up by 5. Okay. Norwegian sweats appeared. That's some kind of disease. Okay. Down there. So we don't need to worry about that. She is a woman now. It's been a good while since I saw my heart throb. Edna. Even after all these years, the thought of her as the subject of my childhood infatuation occupies my mind in the midnight hours. She is a woman now, and I cannot help but feel myself reaching for my quill when I think of her. Perhaps I ought to finally make my feelings known. I guess I could confess my love. That's fine. My aunt was killed in a siege. Oh no. Anyway, how many more people are voting for me in this vote for Scandinavia? Which seems like our best path forward currently. If I go by vote score, yeah, we're still like 90 votes behind. That's fine. You know, it's good to be optimistic. Our wife is pregnant. Fantastic. My cousin was taken prisoner. That's not great. Plush and exotic carpet. A plush carpet, vibrant and soft, arrives as a gift from Countess Othilder. Why would she send me such an exquisite gift, I do not know. But the fine weave of the carpet is pleasing to the touch, as the skin of a lover. So she's a member of the Copping family, or house, which is, you know, expected. Because this event means that somebody is plotting against you. Usually they're trying to kill you. And what it does is it means that hostile scheme phase length goes faster, right? So they're more likely to their schemes to fire quicker. However, if I take my 15 gold and do this, I can make it slower. So let's do that. Also, should I have myself on redouble guards to stop people trying to murder me? Yeah, I think I should probably have people stop trying to murder me. The gift of generosity. My daughter and heir, Anna, has been impressed with one of the household champions for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, she has been repeating the warrior's words to herself. Give others their due and you will receive your own in turn. As the others grow around her, so will she, so she can become generous. She must be taught to be diligent, or she must be patient. She should be diligent, because that is the best trait out of those 3. Also, that reminds me, one thing that might be useful right now is to go to unmarried courtiers. Just see if we can get some interesting people into our court, some people who are pretty good. So, what we're looking for is inheritable traits, really. Like this person who is intelligent, definitely. I want you to come into our court. I'm not really worried about chance of children. I just want to get some interesting traits in our court, because generally those are useful. Let's maybe get Ufhild here. Sure. So that's going to bring us Hale into our court. You can marry, but we want to marry you matrilineally if possible. The reason why we want to marry you matrilineally is that drags the people into our court rather than the other way around. What is this? An imbecile. Okay. So he's 0 in all stats, but he's pretty good at prowess. Or Sambor. Let's bring Sambor into our court. For matrilineal marriage there. Gunhild. There is nobody. Alright, let's turn off inheritable. And then maybe sort by prowess. Get Fulki into our court. Fantastic. Matrilineally. We're going to go back in here. We're going to turn on inheritable traits again. I'm going to get Wislicken into our court. Then we'll do the same here. We'll find somebody else who's interesting, like Lane. Beautiful. Drag her into our court. Then Polly. Polly, you can marry... I guess Ulfrither. Sure. Right, it's going to get a bunch of people into our court. Of all types, which might give us a few more options going forward. Or they might have new events that fire with each of them and all of that sort of stuff, which is useful. Like, do we have a new physician? We could go to an average physician if we wanted to. Do we have a better tutor? We do. We have Sambor, who is excellent. I will spend 200 to replace the tutor. And we can now have an excellent wet nurse as well. So that means that our daughter is getting a great amount of bonuses to her education, which is good. Currently 9. Okay, cool. Wife is tending wounds. Our cousin has left prison. How's the war in Scandinavia going to put somebody else in charge? They're currently losing it. Yeah, so it's about even though in terms of number of troops. So it really depends what else happens. Hey, we're making money again. Experienced wanderer. My liege, my steward, Omelja, begins as he comes into my study. I've recently had some dealings with a caravan master that might be of interest to your travels. He has traveled far and wide and has the experience we've been looking for. We have had troubles finding someone to be in charge of my travels, so maybe this is a good opportunity. Then spend 5 for an excellent caravan master. That seems pretty good, yeah. I'll spend 5 for that. Yeah, great. What have we got here? Negotiate an alliance with 2 people. My uncle, who is Emperor of Scandinavia, or with this person, who is my liege. I should have an alliance with my liege unless I want to take his title. See, how strong is my liege? My liege only has 700 troops. We could potentially look at him as someone to attack. However, this populist uprising is about to siege our land, which means that we can't do anything with that. So yeah. Well, we have a new daughter called Domna. Okay. We're also about to be captured by a populist revolt in about 14 months, I would reckon. Yeah, that would seem likely. Again, there's not a lot we can do until this revolt goes away, basically, so we can kind of chill here. I hoped it would not come to this, but I'm left with no other option. I must rescind your appointment as Chancellor. Wow, that's so rude. Did you get somebody better? Yes, you did. Okay, well, I forgive you. My half-sister can marry. Her husband drank himself to death. I mean, that's so upsetting, but, you know, it does give us an opportunity of getting a proper alliance. This is not a proper alliance. The Northman army might be strong for now, but they will get destroyed by attacking the Emperor of Britannia, or the Empire of Britannia. An alliance with a adventurer group here. We get an alliance with the county of Vina here. Okay. How strong are you? You have 1.6k troops. Yeah, we could use you. Who else have we got here? We have Upland. We can get... Oh, I guess he gets his alliance with the Norwegian band, not actually with Upland. Yeah, let's get this alliance. I mean, it's kind of a stupid marriage for him, because she's a little bit too old for this child, but... Yeah. Anyway. That's fine. He's willing to accept due to relatively close family ties and his opinion of me. Alright, well, let's do it then. Nice, we have an alliance formed. So we now have a pretty powerful alliance. We could probably use that somehow. However, our land is being sieged, so there's not really a lot I can do. Apparently we're at a max number of troops, 306. Doesn't seem correct. That is, I assume that's saying we're getting 0 from this holding. Which I guess might be correct given that it's currently under siege. It's now... Okay, the peasants are gone and now we're being sieged by the Empire of Scandinavia. Alright, so now they're sieging our lands and they took over the same siege. Wonderful. We're about to be taken prisoner by our uncle. Oh, no, some people were though. My councillor was killed by my uncle's army. Courtiers were... You killed 4 of my courtiers. My daughter was kidnapped. Okay, well, I'm not a huge fan of that. I need a new spy master who's going to be Sambor. I probably have more... Yeah, look how many unmarried courtiers I have now due to that. Okay, it's crazy. We do also have an thing here, which is giving us 0 bonuses currently. Needs a successor. We'll search. Yeah, I'll spend 75 to search for one. Well, okay. This could have got off to a better start. Hey, my daughter just gained an extra marshal. She's now at 0. She's now only at 0. Previously, she was at -1. Which you can't actually physically have, but, you know, that's fine. Hey, thank you, wife, for getting me 150 prestige. Love the way that there's bouncing between 2 provinces, doing absolutely nothing. You're being attacked by this person for... Oh, the Holy War for the Duchy of Karelia. Okay. Is that not where my new ally is from? Yup. Alright. Well, my new ally is about to lose his lands. AlpaxLP will be our new successor to this, but also he can be my new knight as well, which is quite nice. He's also an organizer and forest fighter, very, very useful in these parts. You know, if we could raise an army ever, which we can. New perk. Ooh. Could make activity options cost less, so that our activities are cheaper in the future. I do kind of want mustering. I do kind of want to get to this one as soon as possible, but let's make our activity options cost less. That seems good. Money seems to be a problem for us currently. The buzzards of Kutajoki. Okay, well, we can hunt for these birds, but there's no real reason to, because I don't think we can actually go anywhere, because our land is all of our land is currently sieged. We're kind of stuck in the same loop. We have a novice physician now. Fantastic. You should pay important ransoms. Yeah, I'd rather they just let my daughter go for free. That's alright. I know I could pay for my daughter's ransom, but I would rather it was free. So it looks like Scandinavia is now sieging Finland, because Finland declared the Holy War. Right? Or some of Finland declared the Holy War. So they're now sieging that, which now leaves my liege and his party more time to siege the rest of Scandinavia and make that war last longer. They've now sieged this bit of land. So everything is basically just gone to chaos around here. Hey, we made a friend with my daughter, while she was in prison. She also gained 1 prowess. Okay. And she's a journaler, so she can write about her experiences in the prison. Adventurer landed. There's an adventurer landed over in Vladimir. Me just looking at our options. I guess we could become an adventurer, leave and come back. Like, we could become an adventurer, go get some strength, and then try and take our lands back. We haven't really done that path before. It might be a way to travel without us being stuck here. It is an option that I'm getting more and more tempted by. Just give the land to somebody else for a while. Just be like, I'll come back and conquer it later. How old are we as well? We're 30. This is you, and you are magnificent. Thank you for the pep talk, game. Thank you for the pep talk. Okay. I should make a decision about what we're doing soon, because we're currently just stuck. You know what? Maybe this is time. Maybe it's time to become an adventurer, leave, and come back with a new plan. We'll establish an adventurer camp. This will then leave this person with my lands. We're not really... Like, we don't really have very much, so we'll leave it behind, gain some prestige. We get voluntary adventurer, culture, faith, and travel companion stuff. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go be an adventurer. Beyond Kutajoki. At last, I cast off the trappings, petty responsibilities, and daily drudgery of my life in Kutajoki, and pitch camp in open forests. I'm joined by my most trusted servants and followers with varying degrees of enthusiasm for their new lives in the wild. My old realm passes to my erstwhile liege, Duke Bilzy, who has accepted my decision to leave his service. Well, What are we waiting for? Do we leave? We lose a bunch of positions. Okay, that's fine. My heir is now heir to this. Can I get her back for a cheaper ransom? No, he doesn't want to. He wants more gold. I don't have more gold. I'll give you a hook. And the gold. He doesn't want either of these. Alright, well that's fine then. So first job will be to earn enough money to pay for our daughter back. And then, yeah. We'll try and earn enough money to get an army and then use the army to take our lands back. Do we keep our men at arms? We do not. No. This also appears to be broken. Maybe I need to let time move on. Yeah, feud has ended apparently. We're now a weak family. Lifestyle has been invalidated. Oh, am I not able to take that lifestyle here? No, you're able to take Wanderer. Ah, but you can't take the one that makes your land better because you don't have any land. Although these now give you all sorts of different bonuses, which is interesting. Yeah, of course. These will now give you tons of different bonuses because you would... Yeah, because you only get bonuses that affect landed holdings if you're actually landed. So yeah, maybe I will take point of interest prestige. Maybe we will go on an adventure. Yeah, let's go on an adventure instead. Right. And that is where we're going to end the episode for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, all of that sort of stuff. It helps with search ranking on the first video of a series. And I will see you tomorrow for some more Wandering Nobles. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.